Hello and welcome to Highlands Thinking. I'm joined today by Jim Mann, Global Head of Partnerships for Three Colts, and Tarek Benson, Head of E-commerce for Highlands Europe. Today we're going to be discussing margin enhancement for brands selling on the Amazon marketplace. And Tarek, if it's okay, I'd like to start with you. On the surface, having a Seller Central account with Amazon Marketplace seems pretty straightforward, really. However, what are the different components that may result in brands losing margin?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, setting up a Seller Central account is very straightforward, very easy. You can sign up yourself. When it comes to managing it and then the margin that you get, there's different components that might affect it. That can include the FBA charges that you face for your product. Not selling the right products that are suitable for FBA, you get higher charges. Some other components include your advertising cost as well. Not managing your advertising properly will also affect your margin as well. And also, there are some hidden charges that Amazon can charge you that you need someone in the background to look for it and identify them. And those can be quite time consuming for some people as well. So keeping an eye on all these different components as well, and even stock getting missing by Amazon when you're moving it to different fulfillment centers can also affect your margin as well.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jim. Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think the word on everyone's lips at the moment is AI and how that's affecting SEO on listings. And so, if margin compression is real, everyone is struggling between advertising costs and shipping costs. What you do have to do is find as much organic traffic as possible. And so one of the biggest things that's shifting the dial at the moment is how people are finding products, and AI is obviously part of that. And the way listing copy is therefore written. So you need obviously an amazing image for click-through rate, but before you're even featured as an image for that click-through, you now have to think about writing copy for LLMs and how AI chooses to feature your product and drive traffic into you. So rather than sort of keyword stuffing, now it's about you're answering questions that people are searching for also you're giving solutions to questions they're asking in AI LLM platforms. So Q&A is now a very powerful source of traffic on listings. And so, have a look at your Q&A, and if you are selling water bottles, try and find a way of getting questions in there, like how long does this keep my water cold for? Is this appropriate for the gym? Does this work for soup? All that kind of stuff. It's always been a nice little sort of gravy on the side. It's become increasingly important now to bring traffic in from those search areas. So I'd say AI, like everywhere, we're a bit bored of hearing about AI, but actually in terms of SEO, it's quite important now. And with Rufus making suggestions, AI looks for solutions to problems. So the copy needs to be writing those specific things rather than just keywords, which is what we all used to do.
Yeah. No, you couldn't have a conversation about e-commerce and not mention AI, Jim. So you're spot on. You're spot on, mate. Don't worry. Yeah. Tarek, you and your team recommends Three Colts as a service provider to recover margin for your clients. Why are you doing that?
The reason why we recommend Three Colts is because they have an excellent service that they offer to clients, and they act as a safety net for clients as well. So we do investigative listings, look at what is happening, look at the charges. But once you have Three Colts as a safety net, they can support you that way. So anything that's been missed by us or missed by your team as well can easily be picked up by Three Colts. So it's just an additional safety net to make sure you're not being overcharged for certain things, making sure that your products that go shipped into Amazon, everything is received and you are getting charged the correct amount, you're not being overbilled, and that affecting your margin at the end of the day.
Okay. And also I understand it's a no win, no fee scenario. So something that almost sounds too good to be true actually exists, which is kind of cool. But Jim, just coming back to Amazon and their approach to this is that they only allow a 6-month window to recoup charges for Seller Central accounts. So does it still make it worthwhile for the brands to think about this?
It does. I mean, in a world of increased ad costs and margin compression, every bit of cash flow you can get back in the business is worth it. So the shortened time frame does mean that we've gone from seeing 2% of revenue down to more like 1% or 0.5%. But you guys can do the maths on that. So if you can get another 0.5% or 1% of annual cash flow back in for your ad spend or whatever, if you're looking at listings to re-optimize your listings, it's effectively free money. And Amazon FBA is an incredible machine, but we operate in that margin where they make an error of like 1%, and we audit all the transactions for our brands at no cost. we file at no cost. And when we're successful in recovering that money and the money goes directly back to the brands, we charge a percentage of that cash that's recovered. So like you said, it's a no win, no fee. And teams can try and do it on their own, but it's pretty tedious. And anyone that's tried to do this will know it's tedious. And because we're specialists, we tend to recover more cash, we're more successful. So you put those two together and your team's probably better off doing stuff that's more valuable and leaving stuff like this to specialists. And with a shorter time frame, you need to be agile on this stuff because you don't have as much time to go after the money. So there's all sorts of reasons why you should work with a specialist.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think good point, well made, and I think the power of 1% is certainly something I think a very famous rowing team for the British Olympic team discovered, wasn't it too? Look, thanks for your time today, gentlemen. Really appreciate it. I mean, if anybody out there has any questions about these topics, anything we discussed today, please feel free to reach out to Jim or to Tarek. For those watching, we appreciate you checking out our video, and please feel free to like or share and watch out for more Highlands Thinking content. Thank you very much. Take care, gents.
Thanks, Gordon.
Cheers.